Loafers! Loafers! And welcome to the Fast Break Kids. Once again, I am Wiley Lewis here with Josh Adamovich.
What's up, guys?
Fast Break Kids, the show that has the two greatest pairs of eyebrows this world has ever seen.
I'm trying to raise my eyebrows individually, but I'm told I can't do it. I feel like I'm doing it, though.
I can only do the right side up.
But I know for a fact I'm probably not. I probably just look stupid right now. But
well, we always look stupid. I think we pride ourselves in that. After all, I've worn the Homer hat several times on the show. Multiple times. Despite your many objections to it, I continue to wear it.
Many is, I feel like, an understatement.
It is. It's every time.
Or
every time.
An under-exaggeration.
Every time it happens, this man shudders.
It.
There's just like a weird shaking in his body, just terrifying.
I can't control it. It makes you just want to.
You just can't see it on camera.
I just want to take the hat and just rip it off.
Every time he wants to. So
yeah.
Why are we here? We're not here to talk about our eyebrows. We're not here to talk about my hats. We are here to talk about our preseason predictions. Ooh.
I am not prepared. I don't know that's why we're here.
You know, it's okay. Usually, just do what we usually do and just go right off the top of your head. Just flying in from the seat of your pants.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
Last year, it was pretty mixed results for us, but I think that's pretty normal. I think we got 5 out of the 8 divisions correct.
I would have done very well if stupid Seattle and stupid Tony Romo hadn't happened.
That's true.
So, whatever.
And I picked the Lions to win their division, so mistakes were made. Egregious errors occurred, but we're here now.
That's for you,
We're still here.
That's for you, Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer. I don't know what it is that was for you.
Egregious. That's like his
egregious. Oh, that and Dilfer's Dimes.
Dilfer's Dimes.
So where would you like to start?
I like to start in the AFC. Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical. So where does that put us?
And then following the rose compass, I like to North.
Okay. AFC North. Oh, this is your home.
Is this?
This is your center.
Is it?
This is where you begin.
Is this? Oh, it is. Right.
I believe you should take us on the journey through
the
AFC North.
All right. Now let's be clear. Let's make this clear right now. These picks do not reflect how much I like these teams.
Okay. Warning.
This is strictly about the numbers. Strictly about who I think will win the division. All right.
I'm proud of you.
I just want to say
proud of you for saying that.
That being said,
you taking the Ravens?
No, that'd be hilarious.
Okay.
I
was worried you were gonna make this little speech.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, I think, are gonna win the AFC North.
That's a very popular pick amongst a lot of people.
Bold pick though, because of the Le'Veon Bell suspension. It's only 3 games, but still, that's 3 games. You don't have Le'Veon Bell, arguably the best running bull, arguably the most versatile, talented back in the league. So.
Yes.
Or talented, versatile back.
And there are questions around their defense.
Yeah.
But
although Ryan Shazier is pretty good, he seems to hold down their linebacker.
The no hair, the thumb.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm not just sitting here trying to make fun of him just for that condition. I'm not going to make fun of people for that condition. But Ryan Shazier had a super dirty hit in last year's playoff game that I was pretty heated about, and nobody even bothered to penalize him for it. So,
that was nice.
You cheap shot, Giovanni Bernard, I'm going to hit you with a cheap shot back. You tech deck dude, walking thumb. All right, now let's move forward. My pick.
Cruel.
My pick. That's how we keep things here. We keep things loose and on the edge, all right? I'm kicking down doors here without shoes on.
Wait, you're not wearing shoes?
I'm not.
Unsanitary.
It just looks like it because the tan line where my ankle meets is so
white. Yeah, your foot is white. I thought you were wearing white Converses for heaven's sakes.
Goodness. Nikes, just do it. Yeah. What were we talking about?
We got Chief.
The AFC North. Your Steelers pick makes sense. Their offense is so powerful, even without the number 2 wide receiver on the roster.
And the number 3, right? No, I'm sorry.
Shoot. What's that guy's name? Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant,
Right.
because he's an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot,
can't stop
Martavis.
smoking weed.
Did you learn nothing from Josh Gordon?
It's only part of your job, but you know.
Or how about
whatever.
Ricky Williams? They might have been a little too old for you.
Ricky was a little messed up. I'm gonna give Ricky a bit of a pass.
Ricky was awesome. I
You
love
guys
Ricky.
check out Run Ricky Run. You'll know why Ricky was a bit out there a little bit.
He's awesome.
Crazy
I love
there,
Ricky.
but he was a good player. All right.
Who you going with?
I'm going with Cincinnati.
Boom.
I like Cincinnati. I think they haven't really lost much outside of Mohamed Sanu and Marvin Jones,
Wait,
which
I don't even know who those guys are.
not losing much.
Right.
And see, that's the we talked about it earlier in a past video how the number 2 receiver position for Cincinnati has always been kind of a revolving door.
Yeah.
A lot of different
Yeah.
guys cycling in. So I feel like losing those guys, they don't really lose much. They have Brandon LaFell, who's not great.
He
great.
played pretty well last year for New England.
He did. He stepped up. When Tyler Eifert's healthy, he's basically their number 2 wide receiver.
Essentially. Well, that's basically. Well, let's just be real about it and call it what it is. The tight end position nowadays, that's really what it is.
Save for
You're just a huge receiver.
there's a few guys who are willing to actually block still. You know,
Gronk.
Jason Witten, Gronk,
Gronk, yeah.
Antonio Gates, but they've got AJ Green. He's one of the top wide receivers in
Top
the league.
5 easily.
And you have Giovanni Bernard, who can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's one of the top running backs in the league who can come out of the backfield and catch the ball.
Right. I was gonna say let's not go too far ahead and say he's one of the best backs in the league.
No, he's not. But they've got Bernard and Hill as a terrific 1-2 punch running the ball. As long as Jeremy Hill stops trying to do his best Ron Dane impression and try to juke people out with his big frame instead of just run them over.
Yeah, exactly.
Just run them over,
Just truck
Jeremy.
them.
That's what you do. You go north-south. All right, that's why I drafted you, my fantasy league.
We talked about this. Who else is north-south around here?
Big Hole Murray.
That's right.
DeMarco Murray. Big Hole Murray is Jared's nickname for him. He coined last year when we talked about
Big Hole Murray.
off-season pickups. Our first video ever.
Big Hole Murray.
Jared came in with that nickname. I don't even know if he remembers that, but I do.
Big Hole Murray.
Because I care. So yeah, I'm taking Cincinnati.
Okay.
And I think their defense is probably the best in the division.
It's the same defense.
They have the best defense in the division.
For now.
Geno Atkins.
For
got
now.
Pac-Man. Wop, 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 wop.
You also have Ray Malaga, which is
he's
a beast.
And Vontae's perfect. The lovable idiot.
Man, that guy's such a goober.
That dude is fantastic.
He's a tackling machine.
He is. He is an awesome player. He's not the smartest, but he gets a bad rap. I'm not going to get into that. I've already got into that before in the playoffs last year again.
I remember that.
But
bad rap.
Let's move forward.
Moving on.
What do you like?
I like the AFC again. Clearly.
Sticking in the AFC.
You know, we started north. Let's go south.
Let's go. This is my home.
This is where Wiley lives.
This is where I live.
This is where Wiley lives.
I like to stay.
Well,
and
if that's the case, would you like
one wild up? It's up in the air.
Would you like to go first?
Up in the air.
You go first.
I would go first.
Yeah.
As much as look, we talked about it in the last video again. Any one of these 4 teams can win this division. I mean, Tennessee has a much less chance.
What were they last year? 2-14.
They won 2 games.
So I think it's a stretch to say they could win the division.
It is, because it's not like they had a bunch of injuries that killed them. It was just their team's not very good.
Right.
That being said, the other 3 teams. No, I'm not picking. Looking at the other 3 teams, any one of them can win. Even the Jaguars.
I've been saying that for the past couple of years.
The bandwagon is growing. It's scaring the living crap out of me because we've never had a bandwagon like this before.
Yeah, don't you remember when you had Mark Brunell?
Mark Brunell. Yes, and we had a nice run with Garrard, Fred Taylor, and Rich Jones-Drew.
David Garrard.
Suck it, Pittsburgh. Beat them twice in Pittsburgh in the same year. But I'm going with my brain, and my brain says Houston.
Whoa. I knew you were going to say that, and that's why I dropped the pen.
I think, look, their defense is awesome. Stout, and Jadeveon Clowney's back, and he actually looks like somebody who's focused on playing football.
And someone who's actually going to make an impact on his team.
They also have,
with his team,
essentially the football version of the Terminator, who is J.J. Watt. Nobody can stop him on offense or defense. He can play both sides apparently now. They throw him touchdowns. And
that should be illegal.
Here's the deal. Houston
should be illegal to do that.
Houston had nothing at quarterback. They've never had anything at quarterback.
Take that back.
Who on earth are you? If you say Brian Hoyer?
No. I'm gonna throw it way back. One, David Carr. How dare you say they've had nobody at quarterback?
Man, that guy
got a bad rap.
He got sacked so many times, and it wasn't his fault. It really wasn't
bad
his fault.
rap.
He got drafted to a team that had no line, and he got destroyed, and just...
Also, like 4 years after the formation of the team, 3 years after the formation of the team, right?
Yeah.
So...
It was bad. It was bad. And so... No, it was the inaugural
year? Was that the year?
Inaugural Houston
Texans
Texans
year then, okay.
David Carr, number 1 pick.
Yeah.
But he's got a nice cushy job on the NFL Network. So, not gonna poop on him. I'm taking Houston though. I think they have had no quarterback with the past, and yet somehow O'Brien's got them playing well. They made it. They won the division last year.
This is another one of those things though where they're essentially a poor man's version of the Broncos. Just a team that really only needs a good defense. They just need someone to get them there at QB.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
I wouldn't put their defense up there with the Broncos yet, but it is in that area. It is. It's a lot like, okay, we got a great defense, got a good running game.
All we need is a QB.
Although I don't know if I'm sold on Lamar Miller.
I keep hearing from a lot of people that Lamar Miller is going to be the best running back in the league this year.
That's. I'm not saying it won't happen, but
I'm not sold.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I expect that to happen. If it happens, I'll be surprised. Okay, let's just say that. But yeah, all they need is a quarterback who, hey, Brock Osweiler, can he be Chad Henne 3.0?
3.0.
3.0. Can he do it? If he can do that,
is that an improvement? Wait, Chad Henne?
Chad Henne 3.0. That's the next installment after Alex Smith. Can he do it? If he can do that, honestly...
Chad Henne or Chad Pennington?
Chad Pennington was a good quarterback.
Yeah, he was good.
Love that southern accent.
Yeah, he's a middling guy too.
He was a middling guy. Yeah. But yeah, I'm taking Houston. I'm taking a big Vince Wilfork in overalls.
Oh my gosh.
Houston Texans.
My favorite thing about Vince Wilfork is the man has a pot belly if I've ever seen one.
That is one big dude, and when he was leading the league in interceptions a couple of years ago, like halfway through the season, that was dope. He had 2. He had 2 picks in the season.
It's amazing. So the thing is, guarantee that man can outrun me.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I consider myself to be in
pretty good shape.
Moderately good shape. So,
moderately. Like that word. Alright, your pick.
Alright, like you said, so you shouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go Indianapolis. It's really any man's division.
This has been Indy's division for the past decade or more.
And here's the thing I'm saying. So we've talked about how much
was created.
We've talked about how much we like Andrew Luck and how much of a stud he is and can be.
Right.
He's finally healthy again.
Right.
Honestly, he doesn't have a lot of... Well, his team really isn't any different, per se. But Andrew Luck is back, and that makes a big improvement.
Andrew Luck is back, and they made it to the AFC Championship 2 years ago. I can't even fathom how that even happened, necessarily, because of I don't know what they have on defense.
I'll just say this though: when you have Andrew Luck throwing 40 touchdowns, good things are bound to happen.
Look, his last name is Luck. He plays for the freaking horseshoe on the side of his head. Things just happen. You go back and watch that Kansas City playoff game 3-4 years ago. Go watch that game. Just stuff happens with this guy.
It was stupid.
Stuff happens, and it's obnoxious. That's why I'm a Jaguars fan, and I hate the Colts.
It's kind of awesome, though.
It's not awesome.
You and me
it's
both.
Never going to be
I
awesome.
hate the Colts too, for other reasons.
Me and this guy right here, not awesome. But I could very well see the Colts winning this as well.
I just see it. Their offense is going to click because Andrew Luck's at the helm. He's one of those guys, one of those quarterbacks where you just know good things are going to happen. As long as he cuts down on the interceptions. He's been in the league now he's no longer a young guy in the league. He still is, but he's no longer one of those young guys in the league.
And before we go to the next division, I just want to say about the Jaguars, I think the Jaguars are going to do well. I think they're going to get 9 wins, but barely miss the playoffs.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's how they're going to be, because I think they're 1 year away. The defense needs time to come together.
Gel, yes.
Gel. You give Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack a year.
Oh, Miles Jack.
To kind of form into this team.
That guy's absurd.
The offense is there. They're ready to go. That defense isn't going to be as bad, but there's still going to be problems, I think. And I see them winning 8 or 9 games, barely missing the playoffs. Gus sticks around. They keep him around for another year. I think next year is when they take the next step.
I like to see it.
So, Josh, where are we going next?
To the AFC East.
This veritable cruise around the NFL.
To the AFC East.
To the East. This one's pretty cut and dry.
I mean, I have New England. Or do you have?
I have New England.
Oh, okay.
It's New England against nobody.
I think the Dolphins could maybe no.
Yeah, and I mean, you couldn't even keep that going for more than
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
The Dolphins suck.
The
Jets suck. The Bills.
All 3 of these teams strike me
the Bills
as
the Bills don't suck, but
I don't think any of these teams are really bad, but they all look like 8-8 teams.
I think the Dolphins are bad. The Jets, I could see winning 9 games. Bills, I could see winning 9 games, 9-10 games maybe.
They're middling teams,
but they're not winning. They're not getting the playoffs.
Agreed.
So
New England, even with the 4-game suspension,
I was going to say that too. They're well equipped with Jimmy Garoppolo, who has looked pretty good when he's played.
They could go 3-1 those first 4 games. Sorry. They could go 3-1 by the time Tom Brady goes back. I mean, outside of the Arizona game.
And I thought about this too. Good point. I thought about this too. Say they have Jimmy Garoppolo as the start of the whole 16 weeks. I think they still win the division. The whole season, I think they still win the division.
Yeah, because you've got one of the best coaches.
The best coach ever, in my opinion.
And a defense that knows when to show up at the right time. They're never really statistically great.
No.
But Belichick's always got them playing right when they need it the most.
Yeah, so I think there's...
And LeGarrette Blount!
Man, you never know what to expect with him.
Dude, that guy...
But when he plays for New England, you kind of know what to expect.
He'll LeGarrette Blount, the way it works for him is he's going to suck for the first 8 weeks, get cut, then get picked up.
Re-sign him.
They're going to get picked up 2 weeks later, and he's going to run for 1,000 yards in the last 5 games.
And then also 11, last 5 games, I would say 7 touchdowns. He got 3 touchdowns in a game once on 3 carries. It was amazing.
That's like Jerome Bettis stuff.
Those are all 1 yards, yeah. It was awesome.
All right.
So, last but not least, AFC West.
Oh, good one.
Starts off.
West. This was a tough one. This is a really hard one to think about.
It's difficult. Well, not only do you have your Super Bowl champion in this division.
I always look to defenses and see, who has the mainly I look at defense.
Well, who's the best defense
as a good driving
this division? The Broncos.
The Broncos. Right? But the other thing I look at is quarterback. And now, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to make this argument. I'm going to tell you right now. A lot of people are going to make this argument. Well, Peyton Manning was terrible last year, and they still won the Super Bowl. But that's true. That's very true. But I'm also going to tell you this. Peyton Manning was a treasure trove of information, experience, and wisdom. Now, they don't have Peyton Manning on the roster.
Also, factor this in. This is Peyton's last ride, and even if he didn't say it before the season or during the season, everyone knew this was the end.
Right.
I think that gives.
That's a sense of.
I think that gives the guys on your team just another boost.
The
Say, let's
Ray
do it,
Lewis effect, if you will.
Let's do it for Peyton. So,
yeah,
exactly.
So I think rookie quarterback Trevor Simeon, whatever it is.
Swanee, Swanson?
Samsonite.
Hips on the briefcase. I was way off.
We worked through that. Samsonite.
Trevor Samsonite. There we go. Trevor
Samsonite is going to be starting, and he's rookie, and I don't know anything about him.
7th rounder.
He's not a rookie.
Second year.
Second year.
7th rounder, though.
And here's the thing. If he doesn't work out...
Tom Brady 2.0.
If he doesn't work out, they're going to Paxton Lynch, who is also...
You heard it here first.
Next Tom Brady.
No, I was going to say he won't be the next Tom Brady.
Oh.
Because that's impossible.
Trevor Samsonite?
Trevor Samsonite is not the next Tom Brady.
From now on, we're referring to him as Trevor Samsonite.
Oh, most definitely.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
So, yeah, back to, where I was going with this. I don't trust Denver because I think eventually they're going to fall apart. Not because of the defense.
Well,
the defense is going to keep them in every game.
What's the focal point of any team, really? Realistically, what's the focal point of any football team?
Quarterback.
The offense, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be the focal point.
Let's look at this also. I don't trust C.J. Anderson. I don't know why they got rid of Noshawn Moreno in the first place. I think he was a much better option, and I don't like C.J. Anderson. I don't like C.J. Anderson at all.
Chunky.
Devontae Booker is going to take that spot by the end of the year. I'm calling it. If you're going to draft C.J. Anderson,
I'm writing it down.
Good luck.
I'm writing it down right now. So should you, Devontae Booker.
So I'm. This took much deliberation at this point. I thought, do I go with Kansas City's whole team minus Suns, Chad Henne 2.0, or do I look at Oakland, the Oakland Uprising with Jack Del Rio, Derek Carr,
Amari.
You got Amari,
Khalil
Mack,
superstars.
Just youth. I'm going with Kansas City, but not totally sold on that. I think they're a great regular season team. Playoffs will roll around.
Well, think about the year they started off 13-0. Or was that 11-0 rather? Was it 13-0? It was 11-0.
Last year?
No,
they didn't start last year. Okay.
A couple of years ago. Started off 13-0. Didn't do very well in the playoffs. So.
No. Because it's going to come down to Alex Smith. Alex Smith's going to need to make, like I said, 7 to 8 big throws.
This pick just surprises me.
Can they do it?
It surprised me that you would make this pick.
I picked them last year with the same issues, and then they almost still pulled it off after winning 11 straight. Was that 12 or 11 straight
games? They won quite a few games.
They rattled off. I'm pretty sure it was 11 straight.
Well, that's because of their defense, though.
Exactly, and that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on defense. And Jamal Charles not tearing his ACL for the 400th time.
And average quarterback play. Hey!
Average quarterback play with the right team, can get you into the playoffs.
If there's one thing we've learned from Kansas City, it's that.
That's it.
I still like Alex Smith. I think you're a hater.
I am a hater. I'm absolutely a hater.
I think the point is well made. Well, I'm gonna go with Oakland, the other side of that. Then I'm gonna go with Oakland. I think Oakland, like you said, the upstart, the young bloods rising to the top.
Yeah.
The cream always rises to the top.
Finally, Oakland has a team.
Yeah.
Just in time for them to move to Las Vegas.
When was the last time they had a team? Was when
Rich Gannon.
When Rich Gannon's at the helm, winning MVPs.
Oh, man.
One MVP, but still.
That still blows me away that Rich Gannon won an MVP.
He
was good.
If you look at, it's just so funny. If you look at statistics now and then, like you would think Rich Gannon looks like Joe Flacco, pretty much. He had a Flacco-esque year when Flacco's at his best. I love Joe Flacco, by the way. My favorite QB of all time.
He loves it.
Read until I die, but still, like, just weird. It's just weird how, and that was
Times have changed.
that was 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Times have changed.
So interesting. But anyways, Oakland, they have an outstanding young team.
They do.
That as long as they stick together.
It's going to come down to their defense.
Well, I was going to say this too: is as long as Oakland can find a way to keep Carr and Mack together, even though they're outside the ball, because Mack will command a hefty contract.
Absolutely.
Derek Carr as well. Not maybe he probably won't sign a $100 million deal, but he's got the makings of a very, very good franchise QB.
Yeah.
So
And a great coach. I love Jack Del Rio.
Jack Del Rio's nice.
That dude did wonders for Jacksonville.
Good guy.
He is a cool guy. Great coach. I look forward to watching them this season.
So
I've never said that before, but you heard it here. I'm looking forward to watching Oakland.
dang, that's a good point. I've literally never said I'm looking forward to watching Oakland play. Not once.
Yeah.
I'm still iffy on their run game.
Latavius Murray.
I don't like Latavia. I don't think he's bad. I just think
I will say this, and I was talking to my cousin about him, and he brought up a really good point. I didn't notice, and I watched it later. Latavius Murray runs so upright.
yeah.
If you watch him,
Well, he's a tall guy, isn't he? He's over 6 feet, isn't he?
And he runs very upright to the point where it's kind of worrisome to watch him run. Like Eric Dickerson did that, but that was Eric Dickerson. That dude,
the dude ran for 2,000 yards.
over 2,000 yards in a single season.
So ballin'.
So I mean, if Latavius Murray can reach Dickerson level,
I'll be okay
play,
with it. I'm
then
fine.
we're okay.
Yeah,
But
it's great.
I don't know
Till
if it's
then.
a worry, but it is
Until then.
something to watch for. What to watch for when you check out those Raiders. So that's the AFC.
You want to do wild card first?
Yes.
Let's do wild cards.
My wild cards.
Just briefly.
My wild cards. Obviously, I didn't even consider anyone from the East, and I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh and Oakland. I
Okay.
like Oakland to snag that spot, and Pittsburgh. I feel like they're too strong offensively to get pushed out of the playoffs. Although I was thinking about the Ravens the whole time.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was thinking about the Ravens and the Broncos.
Just thinking about the Ravens? Just thinking about them?
I was just thinking about them.
Yeah.
What do you have for us?
Ravens in Kansas City.
Oh!
Boo! Give me a 1 minute talk about the Ravens. They're healthy. Finally, they're finally a healthy team again.
Weren't they healthy at the beginning of last year?
Yeah, when they should have won the Super Bowl.
Okay. Just making sure.
Or at least the division.
That was a just ultimate decimation. I've never seen
Devastation as well.
a team lose every single tent pole from their team. Every
so
key
many
player.
foundations. Steve
Steve
Suggs,
Smith, Flacco, and then Forsett broke his arm. Like it was.
That was one of the more.
amazing.
See, I'm an Orioles fan too, and I endured I think 15 straight losing seasons. But this hurt, man. Last season hurt.
It was tough.
Because for the past 8 years, I've become accustomed to just, we're gonna make the playoffs. We just are. We're just gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then just boom.
But I can see the Ravens definitely
I think
possibly snagging one of those.
I
wild
think they
card
get back
spots.
to 10 wins, possibly 11. I think they need 11 to make the playoffs.
I need to ask you a question because you are the Ravens expert among the two of us. Shocking as that is, it's not me. Do they have enough defensively? Because this is a team that has always been looked at as their identity has been the defense.
Their defense is their identity.
Because Joe
100%
Flacco is not Peyton Manning out there. As good as as good of a quarterback as he is, he's
All we
not a
need
guy
is
who's
playoff
like,
Joe.
I'm gonna throw it 45 times and take this team and put them on my shoulders offensively. He is I'm going to make 4 big plays, maybe 4 big passes, key passes, and then the defense and the running game will carry me for the rest of the game.
Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we got Suggs back, and I think that alone will be a big boost to the team, to team morale. We got Eric Weddle. We've talked about him. One of the premier safeties in the league despite his age.
The beard is gone.
The beard played.
It's gone.
Clean shaven.
I don't know. Do we have a Samson thing?
I hope not, because that would suck. And I would immediately just be sad.
Why?
Sad.
Okay.
But we have C.J. Mosley in the middle. I mean, one of the best young linebackers in the league.
Did they still have Darryl Smith?
No, we cut him, which really bummed me out, to be honest. But
Mistake. That dude was
a tackling machine.
That guy was so key for Jacksonville.
He was
for
so
many years.
underrated.
Nobody talked about him.
He's so underrated. He's one of the best linebackers probably in the past decade.
Yeah.
Middle
And
linebacker.
nobody knows who he is.
No one.
I mean, that dude was just
That dude
just
should have been
rock.
on. That dude should have been on so many Pro Bowl teams, so many All Pro teams.
Yeah.
Maybe not All Pro, but you know what I mean. Just
I'm exactly. He's just
well, when he came to Baltimore,
forgotten.
But I knew who he was, but I didn't realize at the time how good of a player he
to
was.
replace Ray Lewis.
And he did a fine job, honestly.
He did.
So we'll see how that goes. But I put so my second pick obviously was Kansas City.
We know how that team works.
They're gonna rattle.
Dink dunk, dink dunk, dink dunk.
They're
Run.
gonna rattle off 8 wins straight somewhere down the season.
Just sound football. Chad Henne 2.0 just won't make any mistakes.
Justin Houston's gonna lead the league in sacks this year.
You heard it here first. Assuming he can get back from that injury quick enough.
Right.
But I believe they had the most takeaways last year, or the most interceptions. I think.
They're balling.
Marcus
So.
Peters led the league, was tied for the league in interceptions.
Eric Berry's a baller out
Eric
there.
Berry, Tom Bally, Don Terry Poe, just good stuff all the way around. Just the whole team effort. We're not going to talk about them anymore. Talk about
Let's not
too
do it.
much. So that is it for the AFC.
AFC's done.